Good morning, aspirant. Hope you all are doing well, your days are going productive, and you are doing excellent in your studies. Today's session is going to be very important for those students who are doing masters and thinking of clearing NET exam. We all know, or we all have a perception that maybe if you qualify LS, that means NET with lecturership, then you are eligible for assistant professor posts. And this is the thing you require, just qualify NET with LS. To give you a basic introduction, let me tell you about the NET exam. CSIR NET and UGC NET. There are two type of NET exams, CSIR and UGC. UGC NET is for mostly arts student and CSIR for science students, science masters. Okay. Now, in NET, there are two type of ranks, you know. First one is JRF, Junior Research Fellow, and second one is LS. Suppose in this year, CSIR wish to fund, for example, 200 students if they want to pursue research. So, for example, I am telling about chemistry field. So, in chemistry field, what they will do, they will take 200 JRF. After that, rank of LS will start. Okay. Now, in UGC guidelines, University Grant Commission generally appoints assistant professors for government universities or government colleges. For private colleges, they should also follow UGC guidelines. Okay. So, what UGC does for its government university or colleges, this is directly recruited by UGC. So, they have to follow the UGC guidelines. And for other private colleges, they have to follow the instructions given by UGC to them. Now, what are the instructions? We will be discussing. Suppose a student, a mediocre students, or a um, topper, whatever you can say, he or she worked really hard and he or she got rank in LS, but not in JRF. Will he or she able to become assistant professor? If he or she become assistant professor, is this worth? What will be his or her career growth? Let's discuss each and everything. Watch this video till the end. Okay, so let's start. Let's see UGC norms. What UGC tells about the eligibility criteria for being assistant professor. Let's see. It is the latest norm published by UGC. See, there is a kind of loophole. I will tell you. Okay. See, educational qualification for assistant professor. The candidate should have completed a postgraduate degree, okay, or master degree with 55% marks in aggregate. That means total your marks for masters should be 55%, not in individual subject or course. Aggregate means in total. In the relevant field, for example, if you are from chemistry field, consider chemistry, okay, from a discipline from a recognized university. Now, UGC NET qualified. So these things applies for CSIR NET also. Okay. So NET qualification should be there, or a PhD degree holder, or without NET. That means if you have PhD, then it is not necessary. It is not essential to qualify NET or without NET. So if you have PhD, doesn't necessary that you have qualified NET or not. Here you can have one more confusion. If a person is doing PhD, then he or she must have the NET qualification. It is not always necessary. Suppose, for example, you are going to apply some foreign universities. From there, you have completed your PhD degree, and you have given NET exam a very long back. Okay, so in that cases, people may not have the latest NET qualification. If the PhD, there is no problem, but it is literally written or. So main criteria is UGC NET qualified. Here the qualified means actually LS. At least you should have LS rank. Okay. Now, this is the loophole. Let's see. It is important to note that the eligibility criteria, age limit, and educational qualifications may vary depending on specific requirements of the university or institute where the position is available. That means Apart from these, if any institution wish to impose further filters for candidates, they can do that. It is advisable to check the official notification of the concerned university or institute declared information. That means from UGC, they are saying, okay, this should be criteria, but universities or colleges may change the criteria based on their requirement. Now, let's see eligibility criteria. Candidates from India, okay, these things are simple. Candidates must have cleared National Eligibility Test, NET, or a State Eligibility Test, that is SLET. Also, it is called SET, State Eligibility Test, or equivalent examination conducted by University Grant Commission or the CSIR. Okay, generally UGC NET is for arts students, CSIR for uh, science students. In some cases, candidates with a PhD degree are exempted from the requirement of clearing NET set. Okay, so these things I have discussed. Now, what happens if a particular institute, a particular college is basically releasing a notification for recruitment of assistant professor? What he or she will do? What the university or college will do? They will impose their own condition. Okay, a university can release a notification saying that in the interview section, we will add extra 5 marks for those who are qualifying, who are having their PhD degree. So, a university or a college can impose this kind of rule. Now, how much it is easy to be an assistant professor? Let's see some latest news. It is an article from News Today. Let's see. Sorry, India Today. Okay. UGC makes PhD optional for assistant professor. Now, optional means, PhD optional means it is not essential. If you have PhD degree, good. If no, no problem. See what the official says. Additionally, he clarified that while a PhD will not be mandatory, for the post of assistant professor, it will still be required for promotion of associate professor level. Now, PhD will require, PhD is essential for your promotion for assistant professor to associate professor. Mainly there are three hierarchies: assistant professor, associate professors, and then professor. So, after doing masters, you can just be assistant professor. Now, from assistant professor to associate professor promotion, you will need a PhD degree. It is much more difficult for science background. In universities, if you are an assistant professor, if you are in good university, then from being assistant professor to associate professor, in most cases, you need to show your publications from you, from yourself, or the lab assigned to you. In good universities, in under assistant professors, students work in PhD. Students perform their PhD. And from that lab, how many publications are going on? How many publications are uh, uh, publishing in world-class journals? These things matter. Based on this, you will be promoted to associate professor. Now, if you don't have PhD and you are joining as assistant professor, anyhow, what will be your career growth? Regarding this, I talked to many person. From one person, he said that he's an assistant professor. He's an assistant professor, and he's saying that I did a lot of mistakes. It's one of the huge mistake that I joined assistant professorship without PhD, because it's have been 14 years he's in assistant professor. His junior students, his junior students, brothers, sisters, they have completed PhD and joined the same institution. They got promoted, but this person not. So it's a problem. Obviously, problem should have solution. And in India, it's there is still now it is the scope. If you are in assistant professorship, you can continue or you can pursue PhD after that. What you have to do, the fellowship, junior research fellowship, you will not get that fellowship in that PhD duration. That's the thing. So it is good if you join as assistant professor, and if you think that I will not do PhD, so this will be a blunder. Don't join as assistant professor. Your life will be only in this post only. In professorship hierarchy, it is the lowest, isn't it? So if you are thinking of joining as assistant professor, then keep in mind that I will have to opt PhD after my joining. Okay. Now, how much it is easy to get assistant professorship in different universities? There are few states with their public service commission, they um, publish regular notifications for assistant professorship. For example, Haryana Public Service Commission, Madhya Pradesh Public Service Commission, Rajasthan Public Service Commission, Uttarakhand Public Service Commission. These are few states who regularly take exam for assistant professorship. And those person giving interview there, they may have greater marks in interview if they have completed their PhD. Suppose with these competitive exams, you joined in assistant professorship. Then obviously after that, you should pursue PhD. Now, these are vacancies are very limited, and there are state quotas also. So everyone cannot apply here. For example, in Haryana Public Service Commission, they have eligibility criteria that you should have uh, Hindi, English in your class 10th level. If you don't have, you can't apply there. For example, in MPPSC, there are no such criteria, but there is a state quota. Obviously, the state will first think of themselves, right? So there is state quota. So people from all India are invited to apply there. But suppose 60% seats are reserved for MP, 60 or 50%, for whatever be the percentage. So that means competition is also very high, isn't it? So it is one way from the government itself, from where you can join assistant professorship. But what happens in normal colleges, private colleges, government affiliated colleges, autonomous colleges? If there are some vacancies, they post their notification for assistant professors, requirement for assistant professor in their websites. There are the vacancies are not so rare. Okay, in every 10 to 20 days, you will get any vacancy if you thoroughly search websites of university, different colleges and universities. Okay, is this much easy? How much your salary will be? If you join through this kind of exams, government exams, then your salary will be decided by UGC norms. According to UGC norms, your salary will be good enough. You will have an attractive salary. But for private college, first of all, getting into there is difficult. Where is the difficulty? I'm telling you. See, I am showing you some notifications. Shri Jai Sriram Engineering College, Tripur, wanted faculty. Date you can say, post date 24 August 2024. Profile recruitment, what they want. Candidate with PhD degree will be preferred. Will be preferred. Preferred means, you know what preferred means. Candidate with UG, PG, first class in the relevant disciplines, it's okay. Candidate should have good communication skill, commitment towards academic excellence. Candidate with industrial experience should also be considered. That means they are saying we will prefer PhD candidate. Again, let's see another university. Gurugram, these are the universities. They are not, they are, the vacancies are very limited. For example, here maybe 4 or 5 vacancies or 2 or 3 vacancies. So it is not a state level public service commission is conducting a huge level exam in a national level. It's not kind of that. It's this kind of vacancies will be shown only in the websites of the concerned college. Let's see. Hiring organization. Gurugram University, Haryana. See, candidates should be completed UG, PG or PhD in their relevant discipline with good academic record. Candidate should have excellent communication. Candidate should be passionate towards teaching and guiding students. The candidate should have good research record. See, candidate should have good research record. Who will have good research record? Who have done their PhD, right? So these are kind of loopholes these colleges try. And I'm telling you the reality. If you keep searching every day about these colleges, you will find that in every 5 or 6 days, there will be a vacancy from any of the colleges. But if you apply there, the application process is obviously lengthy. There should be a proper application form, and filling those application form, that takes a lot of time. And I'm telling you, in last 6 months, I have applied in such kind of colleges, almost 30 plus colleges I have applied with my CV. 3 colleges from there contacted me, replied me back. And from three, one college is offering a temporary job for assistant professor, for example, for 1 year or for 2 years. Another one from Mumbai, the private college, they are saying the salary will be according to their norms, not for UGC. They are offering a salary of 40,000 only. Obviously, I'm not going to give interview there because in Mumbai, salary 40,000, you can't survive. Okay. Now, hardly you can survive, but not with your family. Your family should also be earning there. You can't bear expenses of your family and you from this salary and in Mumbai. Another one, it was from Delhi, but I could not appear for interview because that time I had another exam. Now they're also it is also private college, so I was damn sure they will be offering very less amounts. What assistant professor deserves, they will offer much lesser than that. So these are the actual reality. You can apply, you can have an interview, but they are saying in their notification that whom they will prefer. So if you want to be assistant professor, keep in mind these private organizations, these kind of private institutions, these are not good sources according to me, are not good position to join. If you join through assistant professorship from this kind of public service commissions of different states, that can be a good option. But when you are joining there as an assistant professor, then your priority should be enhancing your degree because that will give you promotion, right? So these are kind of reality in assistant professorship in India. I don't want anybody to just join in any university with a tag that yes, I am assistant professor. These things looks cool in social media, in social status that yes, I am assistant professor and without PhD I have joined there. But the ground reality is you will be there only if you don't have PhD. You will have not any promotions. I hope it's clear to you. So I think I have discussed almost all important points. So these are UGC norms. You can read that by yourself. And in UGC websites also, you can watch that in detail. But these are the actually most important points that I mentioned. Okay. So with LS only, joining assistant professorship is initially okay, it's good, but in long term, you may suffer. Okay. It is best for them who have done their PhD, who have completed their PhD. Okay. I'm not demotivating you. Many students are giving those exams for Public Service Commission, RPSC, HPPSC, MPPSC. People are giving exams and they are qualifying. But without PhD, these problems you have to face. Okay. So if you have learned something new, let me know in the comment section. And if you are watching till the end, congratulations. You have a good attention span. Generally in YouTube, I can see general on an average how many minutes students watch a video, an educational video. Believe me, attention span nowadays is 1 to 2 minutes only. You may think that okay, I am watching complete videos and other people also. No, people don't watch because their attention span has dropped. Most of the students, most of the people nowadays, their attention span has dropped. Why? In the shorts of reels. Every time you need a shot or a dopamine spike of something new, something interesting. And that's why if you have listened to the whole video, congratulations, your attention span is good. Congratulate yourself and cultivate this attention span. This will make you grow further. That's all. Thank you.